Hello, I just wanted to give a little quick introduction to the video. So my name's Esme and I have just sat my A-level art, geography and chemistry exams, and for the past 6 months I've kind of kept video diaries and photos of how the exams have been going. I started it all the way back in February because that's when the art exam paper first got released, and since then I've kind of kept updating about my coursework in both art and geography, mostly that was, and then as the exams got closer about my revision and then how the exams went and how I have come to terms with leaving school. I've captured the ups and the downs, I guess, and the video is very long, so there are timestamps if you want to skip to any specific bits, because I can't imagine that anyone's going to want to sit through this entire video. But also, I would also like to apologise for the first ever clip. It was my first time talking to, myself in probably like 4 years. So it was a bit awkward, but after a minute in, it starts to get better. And over time, I get a bit more confident with talking to the camera. Yeah, thank you for clicking on the video and I hope you enjoy it. Hi, so it's the 1st of February today and the art exam got released. We have until 22nd of April to build up a project for art. So that also means that I had to hand in my coursework today, which means I've been spending a lot of the week trying to finish it off. It's been a very busy week, so I've had to finish off my coursework. I've had one trip, I've got another one tomorrow, and I've had 2 exams. So it's been a busy week. I think the themes that we got given were pretty good. I am choosing to do conserve because I guess it just interests me. I was very much torn between conserve and science because of my interests. I guess I should be grateful that my problem was that I couldn't pick between two rather than having no topics that interested me whatsoever. It's definitely nice to have a fresh start when it comes to the topic, because we've been working on our coursework for ages and it's getting a bit boring, and kind of the fact that I don't have to do anything relating to my coursework now is quite nice. It's quite nice. Yeah, I started this video quite early. I haven't even decided if what I'm gonna do with it, if I'm even gonna keep it myself or not. I've just decided to start it just in case I did want to keep it. And obviously the art exam's a lot earlier than all the other ones. The 15-hour exam conditions exam is at the end of April, so that's before the rest of my exams as well. I try and keep updating the progress of my art exam, but as it's like coursework and stuff, it's quite hard to show finished pieces because there's certain rules about what you are and aren't allowed to show online when it comes to your work, and I don't really want to test the boundaries and get myself disqualified. It's a Thursday and I've got until Monday to do a mind map and a mood board for the topic that I've chosen, so it's very fast paced and I don't know how it's gonna go. We did do a mock exam, basically the exact same, except it wasn't an actual exam, and it was fast paced, but I didn't mind it. It was okay. And I'm also glad we did the mock because I've actually got an idea of how the exam goes. Because of COVID, we didn't do the exam for GCSE, so we were all clueless when it came to the mock exam. And a lot of us were quite worried about it, but I know this time a lot of people were quite excited to do something different to what they'd done for their coursework. As well as myself, I was actually quite excited. I guess it's a promising start for the exams, and I hope to keep it that way. So it's 10th of February. It's been a bit of time. It's been just over a week since I started my art exam, and it feels like longer because I've already done what feels like a lot. So I found the first artist I was going to look at and I've completely finished a painting. I've spent quite a lot of time in art. I spent the entirety of Thursday in there, which it was a long day, but I finally finished my coursework pretty much. So I don't have to touch that again until after the exam if I get any amendments for it. Also, I'm trying to be quiet because it's kind of late. And one thing you might notice throughout these videos is that I'm probably going to be jumping from location to location. I'm at my dad's house, the previous clip was at my mum's house. It's just gonna happen. I went out today to get some field work for my geography NEA, and I did not enjoy it, I can't lie. I went out a few weeks ago and I didn't get enough data, so I went back again. It was hard. I had to get in the stream. It was fucking freezing. I had to go home with wet socks, so I fell over. I walked into many more thorns. And because it's been raining, I couldn't do a part of my fieldwork that I was going to do with infiltration, because the soil was already saturated and wouldn't take any more water. So that's a problem for another day. But my deadline is March and I have to do all of the presentation and analysis. I'm really wondering if I should have picked human geography for my NEA instead of physical. It's a bit late now, but that's how things are going. In terms of art, I'm feeling on top of things, which makes sense. I'm very much in a artistic mood, and I'm thinking about making another sculpture, like, to do with this artist. Oh yeah, I didn't mention, I burnt the clay. It's polymer clay, and I put it in the oven last night and burnt it. So those colours that you saw before were supposed to be vibrant yellows and purples and reds, and they're kind of muted down and browns and oranges. I mean, it looks natural, but it doesn't look like 100% like the artist. I'm sticking with it, but the house still stinks of burnt polymer clay and I don't like that smell. So yeah, that's an update, I guess. Good morning, an early update for once. To be honest, not much has changed really. I've got my Wednesdays off again. I used to have Wednesdays off right at the start of year 12 and I've got them off again, which is quite nice. I took in my sculpture to school that I made for art and dropped it before I made it through the gates on the first day. So I spent half of the morning fixing it. My NEA is due next Monday for geography and I don't even have all of my data for it yet, so I'm trying not to think of that. But, you know, I've kind of got no choice because it's due next Monday. But the weather's been really annoying and I have to get infiltration data, and I can't get infiltration data when the soil is saturated. I'm about to make flashcards on every single reaction that I've got for chemistry. And then I also have to make flashcards on the monsoon climate and the polar climate for population and the environment, because I've got a test on that next week and I realised that I've got notes on it but I haven't made flashcards on it yet. So yeah, I make Anki flashcards for everything that I can, but I haven't made it on them yet, even though we did that topic like 2 months ago. Probably even longer than that actually. So yeah, I've got my exam timetables now. I think my first exams are at the end of April and it's Monday, Tuesday, Thursday I think. I don't know. But that means I'm going to miss like 3 other lessons, which is really awkward that close to exams. As for my final piece I'm going to do in the exam, I have absolutely no idea what I'm going to do. I have got like a decent amount of work done for the art exam already. I've done one fine liner drawing, I've done one like ink watercolour painting, I've done 2 little sculptures and it's made a turtle out of rubbish. I've started a turtle observational drawing. I'll stop waffling about art now and probably get some work done. Hello, it's me again. I was going to do a quick update last night to tell you that I finished my first NEA draft for geography. Yeah, I spent 6 hours doing it yesterday. I didn't finish until 10 o'clock, and at that point everyone was upstairs and I don't really want them to hear me talking to myself. Other than that, chilling with my dog again. It's just gone 12 o'clock, I've just got home from school. I had an art lesson this morning where I basically just played around with rubbish, literally, and I took fancy photographs of my little sculptures. And I feel like I'm in a really good position when it comes to art. The only thing I need to actually do is context and like background research, because I put it off for the longest time because it's the most boring part of the whole course. Yeah, now this afternoon I have a test tomorrow on population and the environment, so I'm going to revise for that. So there's a bunch of flashcards that I needed to make as well on soil and water management, which I'm actually going to do that. Oh, I didn't even mention I downloaded a app that times how long I've studied for. It's called Study Bunny. Yeah, things are going well. Hello, it's me again. So it's the 24th of March today. I was going to do this update yesterday, but I was absolutely knackered, so I'm doing it now. Yeah, we've just broken up for the Easter holidays 2 days ago. I was in school yesterday working on my art exam work, kind of just making sure that we're prepared. We're in with year 11s as well, but it was actually not that bad, it was quite good. and the day flew by. So things are looking good at the moment, I think. We went through my coursework yesterday, me and my teacher, and it's looking pretty good. It also means that I'm likely to be signed off art like as soon as my exam's over, which I'm very happy about. And the exam is, I think, the third week after we go back from Easter, and that's really soon, and that's absolutely terrifying. And it's also really sad because my art class is like my favourite in terms of people, and I don't want to have to say goodbye to them because it's actually really sad. Geography coursework, I feel like I bring this every single time. I just need to get one more set of data so I've been able to go because it just won't stop raining. I need it to stop raining. I've got 2 weeks to get this data and finish my coursework. That's the only part of my coursework that I need to finish. Then I never have to touch it again, and I can't wait for that day because I actually really hate this. I got through quite a few pages in my sketchbook yesterday, so that was good. Most of what I've got to do now is just the background ready for the exam, and then a bit more writing. I've also kind of properly gotten into chemistry revision those past couple of weeks. Now I'm gonna go and do a past paper when I go back to my mum's later. I'm gonna build up some of my case studies that aren't as chunky. So that's it from me. Hello, it's later than I was expecting to update, but I've kind of forgotten. It is the day before I go back to school, and I've finally finished my geography NEA. Thank God, I'm so happy it's over. I never want to touch it again, never want to look at it again. I can't wait to delete all the photos on my phone to do with it. But I'm not going to do that until I've got like the definite, yeah, it's done. I've just finished it this second. The holidays, the first week was great. I was on top of revision doing like 4 hours plus per day pretty much. But yeah, the second week was tragic. I just didn't really do much at all. I did generally something every day, but there were a few days where I did literally half an hour of unfocused work and did nothing else. I've nearly finished my coursework. I'm at this second about to finish a mood board type thing to do with colours in nature. So it's just lots of pretty photos stuck on a page, pretty much. Hi, it's 15th of April today. Exactly a week until the art exam conditions part starts. So the 3-day 15-hour exam part, and then art's done with. As for like preparation, I'm pretty much done. I just need to write down a few more things and stick down a few things in my sketchbook, and then I don't have to touch it again. But yeah, the art exam is next week, and I'm not nervous for it. I'm just not really looking forward to it because it's 15 hours in dead silence, which is not fun. We did the mock last year, which was only 10 hours, and oh my god, I was proper smart. I was like, okay, I'll stitch 2 paintings together for 10 hours, which, first of all, it took me 9.5 hours to do that. I was only sat there for half an hour doing nothing. Second of all, it was bloody painful because think of how much pressure you have to put on like a little sewing needle, right? A little sewing needle through 2 pieces of card that have acrylic paint on them. It's painful. I had to use my nail, and by the end of it my nails were bruised or bleeding or something, and I couldn't put pressure on them for the next 2 days. Luckily I'm only drawing this year, I've been a bit smarter. But yeah, that also means that I'm going to miss out on my very last lesson of content in chemistry because that is on the Tuesday, and I've got my exams on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, which it's a bit annoying. As for my other subjects, we've pretty much finished content like all together. Like, geography, we're right at the end of water and carbon. After that, we're done. Chemistry, we've got the 2 NMR lessons. I don't know what NMR is because we haven't done it yet, but that's this week. So luckily, I'm not going to miss that. I've also got a paper 2 mock in geography tomorrow, so that'll be fun. I think it's a human geography. It's like 2.5 hours, so that's going to be the whole morning gone. But yeah, things are getting serious now. You know, exams are actually starting, and it's we're getting close to the end, which is sad. Alright, hello. I thought I'd do a quick update now just before I forget because I might forget tomorrow. So it's currently Saturday, 2 days before my art exam starts. So yeah, I've been at school from 9 till 4 today. It's like 5 o'clock now, so I haven't long been home. And I enjoyed it. It's fun, basically, because my friends were there pretty much. And I've done basically all of my presentation now. So all I've got to do is finish a bit of prep for my final exam piece. And then there's 2 more little drawings that I want to do for in my sketchbook. And I've already got like I've already got it like planned out what I want to do and where I want to put them. And then after that, I'm ready for Monday. The fish I'm drawing has too many scales. Yeah, I'm drawing a fish. That's part of my final design, and there's too many scales, and it's really irritating. So I keep putting it off. But I want to get it done today, just so I know that it's done today, and I'm not panicking tomorrow. I'm gonna try my best to see you on Monday morning with a little clip. Right. I don't really know how loud I can talk. It's the morning of the art exam. It's the 22nd of April. I'm trying to multitask. So I don't actually know what I've said. I'm trying to multitask because I want to get in soon. So I know that everyone's getting in really early and I'm actually kind of nervous. 15 hours. Dead silence. It's going to be painful. I think we start at like 9 o'clock, so I finished the everything it's like 9:30 last night because I left my pencils here, so I couldn't finish my fish, so it wasn't here until last night. So it took me like an hour and a half or something to finish the fish, which wasn't that bad. But yeah, I'm gonna hurry up so I can get in early. Hello, I just got home. I'm talking quietly again because there's people next door, but I finished my first day of the exam. It's dead boring, but it went alright. I think I'm definitely on track to finish on time. My drawing is basically halfway done and I've got 2 more days left. I'm gonna fix my background for probably most of the last day. Yeah, it's been alright. It's really dead awkward when the invigilators walk right past you and look at what you're doing, because they kind of linger and stare, which is really off-putting. I can't work when there's people right behind me. That's the only thing, really, and the fact that we have to sit in silence, which is also. Tomorrow I'm pretty sure that the year 11s are joining us, so it's going to be a lot more crowded, but it's split across all of the art rooms, so it's not going to be all of us in one room, which is good. There's not really much to say. Like, I was kind of nervous this morning. I don't know why, but it was fine. I'm just not looking forward to tomorrow because I've left the most like awkward detail part of the drawing left, obviously, and I'm gonna have to do that tomorrow, so it's gonna be fun. Yeah, that's all I've got to say. Also, I don't know if I mentioned, but this one I was whispering because people were upstairs and getting ready. I didn't want them to hear me talking to myself, so yeah. Hi, it's Wednesday. I didn't update yesterday because I don't want people to hear me talking to myself, but I'm home alone, so no one can hear me other than my dog, but I don't think he cares. So yeah, yesterday I got up to the 10th hour in the exam, so I got 5 hours left, which I'm really looking forward to. Yesterday was worse than Monday, to be honest. I had this disgusting anxiety before and for like the first half an hour of the exam, which was fun, but it was only half an hour. And I sat on a smaller chair, so my posture was better. So that's a good thing. But then in the afternoon, I was standing up to like use a hot glue gun. I burnt myself 4 times, and it killed my shoulder. I don't know why. But yeah, I'm very close to finishing. I've got like the smallest bit left of my turtle to draw, and then I'll work on the background, which is just sticking more things down. Realistically, I could be finished with the background now. I don't need to add anything to it, but I'm just going to because timing. I'm not going to sit there for 2 hours doing nothing. I missed 2 lessons yesterday because of the exam, and I've got the resources that I need to do it, so I'm going to do that today. Hopefully completely do that, and also work on some fieldwork amendments that we got given. I also started editing this video yesterday, compiled all of the clips all together, and I do waffle a bit, so I'd like to apologise for how awkward I was when I first did this. Hopefully I've gotten a bit better. So yeah, tomorrow, one more day. That's good. I am going to miss another lesson. It's just chemistry this time though. I think we've pretty much finished content in chemistry though, so hopefully they're just revising and I'm not going to have to teach myself anything, because I'm not good at that. So I will see you either when I finish my exam or tomorrow morning before the exam. It'll probably be when I finish, because I didn't update yesterday morning, because Tuesday morning so I'm always knackered and I don't want to do anything. But yeah, I'll see you soon. So we've finished the exam. I'm so happy for some reason. I just feel really happy at the moment. I did finish like an hour and a half into the morning and just procrastinated up until lunch, which was another hour and a half. And then after lunch I did another little piece to support with it, I guess. Yeah, all I know, everybody is so relieved, and today was not as bad. It went quicker, I feel like, and it wasn't as painful, like physically or mentally, I don't know. I think because we all knew it was the last day. We haven't been signed off yet because we need to check if we've got any coursework amendments, but after that, art's going to be done with, and that's absolutely crazy and also really sad. I've already mentioned this before, but I love my art class. I don't really have anything else to say at the moment, just the art exam's finished, and this is like one of the last times that I'll ever be talking to you about art on this video. I'm truly bullshitting my way through all of these videos, like all of these clips. But yeah, things are looking very good. So hello, it's Monday the 29th of April. I was at school this morning and our class is kind of going through our coursework and working out if we have any amendments to do. And as far as my teachers are like telling me, I don't have any to do. So that means that I might get signed off on Thursday, get signed off art, which I'm looking forward to. I'm actually so excited. That does mean that I have to go in for art on my birthday, which I was kind of hoping I would be able to avoid, you know, if I got signed off today, but I didn't, just because they want to check my related study to make sure I don't need to do anything. But otherwise, my sketchbook and my final piece for my coursework's looking fine. I guess I'll get back to you on that on Thursday. But yeah, tomorrow I've got half of the mock that we didn't do 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think. Yeah, they sprung a surprise assembly on us, so we didn't have enough time to do a complete mock in geography, so we're doing the rest of that today. It's just one topic changing places. And then I think Thursday I've got a test as well. I think it's paper 1 mock. And then the next Tuesday I've got a paper 2 mock, which I didn't realise. And I've also got my leavers assembly tomorrow. You know, it's not even May yet. Most people's exams haven't even started and we've already got a leavers assembly. That's because people who are doing BTECs are being signed off and they can't do it like how they did in year 11 on our actual last day, because everyone had the same exam the last day, just because, you know, A-levels, it's not like that anymore. Yeah, just very quickly popped in because I'm excited to be signed off art because I can focus on everything else, but I'm also kind of sad because I love that class. I've mentioned this before, but you know, I still have a shit ton of work to catch up on from last week that I missed because of the exam. I thought I was going to get it all done this weekend. I didn't, so I'm a bit, you know, and I desperately need to do the water and carbon stuff because my physical geography paper is in like 18 days or something, which is freakishly close, you know. Yeah, that's everything, I think. Hi, so unfortunately I'm not updating as soon as I wanted to, you know. I said I was going to update last Thursday, it's currently the next Wednesday. So yeah, I didn't get signed off art last week because they didn't get a chance to go through my related study. So I went and harassed my teachers, and by harass my teachers I asked them to look through my related study before Thursday. So she looked at it yesterday and gave me some amendments, which I did at like 11 o'clock. So hopefully she's going to check it today and sign me off if it's good enough, so I don't have to go in tomorrow morning, which would be quite nice. So yeah, I have 8 days until my first geography exam, which is terrifying, quite frankly. So we're very much just on to revision at the moment. On my Tuesday geography lessons, we've been just revising for a long time. We finished content a while ago. Yeah, we were revising hazards yesterday, and then in the afternoon I had a paper 2 chemistry mock. On Thursday last week is my birthday, I'm 18 now. Oh, dog's just come in.
and we had a paper one mock on that day, and I know I did awful. I know I made so many stupid mistakes. I wasn't focused at all. The paper yesterday went alright though, so I have high hopes for chemistry. I don't know about geography, I'm a bit scared. But with art pretty much out of the way, like there's not gonna be much that I have to do, if anything. Like unless I need to do anything else in my related study, I think that's me done with art, which will be nice. Yeah, I know there's stuff like I think our teacher's trying to arrange some kind of exhibition where they get all of our work up, which I'm quite looking forward to. I think it'll be cool. And then after our prom, we're going back. Well, some of us are going back to paint a mural at school, which we did last year. We painted one last year, and we're doing another one this year. And I'm looking forward to it because it's quite fun. I did get a blue paint on my pink trousers last year though. So yeah, hopefully I'll see you later to let you know that I've been signed off art. Hello, so it's only been like 2 hours since I last spoke to you, but I've just got the message that I've been signed off, so art's done for me, what the hell? I've just been told I need to clean out my art drawer the next time I go into school, and then it's like, it's hitting hard, it's finished with, what the hell? Yeah, I've just done a 20 marker for geography, and now I've done a 20 marker and a 6 marker, and I'm doing a 9 marker. So that's art done with. It's crazy. Alright, hello. I better start this now because otherwise I'm never going to start it. Sorry if you can hear the cars in the background, my windows are open because it's really hot. It's been so hot for the past couple of days. It better not carry on next week, so I have my first exam next week, geography paper 1, so physical geography. And I'm just going to quickly share with you like a little action plan, if you will. The past couple of days I've done a handful of past exam papers in chemistry and geography. I got one of my teachers to look over some of my geography questions to make sure I was in like the right direction. He said they were fine. So at the moment I'm kind of doing like little mind maps for each section in each topic. These are all the ones I've yet to start for hazards. That's the only one I've started for hazards. And then I'm going to do coasts and water and carbon as well. And I've got like the main subheadings from Seneca. So then I'll go through like the Seneca lessons and maybe the textbook and maybe the spec as well, just to add stuff to it afterwards if I forget anything in a different colour, kind of how you normally do mind maps. I don't know why I'm going through a detailed way of how I'm doing mind maps, but yeah. And then I'll get those done within the next couple of days. I've got Monday off and Wednesday off, and then Thursday's my exam, and Tuesday I am in, and I have a geography lesson on Tuesday morning as well, so I think that's our last hazards lesson. I'm trying to keep it short and snappy because this video is almost already half an hour long. I've been editing it as I've been going through, and it's a bit waffly at times, so that's all I think I have to say. Alright, hello. Quickly, I just wanted to say if it looks like I'm crying, I'm not. I just can't stop yawning for some reason. And I just want to get this video out of the way because my geography exam's tomorrow and I need to revise for it because I'm so scared. I can't remember the last time I did a little video, but I think I mentioned doing mind maps, and I've done all hazards ones, I'm doing water and carbon, and I'll finish these soon, and then I'm going to go and do coasts. All my hazards ones are currently on my wall upstairs, so I'll probably put something here. Yeah, it's taken me a lot longer than I'd expected, which is a bit, yeah. So basically what I'm doing with these is I'm doing everything I can remember. The pink is things I get from Seneca, because Seneca's just quick and easy, and then I'm going to go back through with like green and go through my notes and just anything that I kind of think I want to remember. And then I'm going to time myself doing mainly 9 markers and 20 markers, just because I've got like 2 papers or something and I don't think I've got enough time to do them all because it's like what 2.5 hours and I've got a day. But yeah, I'm very nervous. I know I'll do fine, but I really, really, really want to do well. That's the problem, and I don't think I'm going to. I think if I had unlimited time, I'd be great, but we don't. That's just not realistic. So I think trying to practice on going as quickly as possible. Maybe also looking at some examples because I do tend to write more than like the lines they give you, so I write too much, I guess, which obviously takes more time. I'm almost definitely not going to have a chance to get back to you in the morning because I'm going to be too tired, but I don't have a lesson tomorrow morning, and I don't know anybody who does, so I don't really know what I'm going to do for the, well, like, hour I have in school before the exam, but I'm sure I'll find something. I'm sure people in my class in my geography class will be in there early. Also, I forgot to mention, I found out that we're doing our exam at the same time as the year 11s are doing their maths exam, so I'm going to be in the exam hall with all of the year 11s, which I'm dreading for some reason.
I then decided to switch things up a little bit and do a little time lapse of me making my maps, but it cut out halfway through me recording and you can't really see anything, but I decided to include it anyway.
Well, that's the current state of my wall. Yeah, it's, what time is it? It's 8 o'clock right now. And so I've got like 2 hours left of revision time that I could do before I kind of want to go to bed because I want to fall asleep early so I'm not tired tomorrow. But I don't think I've got 2 hours left in me, I can't lie. I don't know how long I've been working for. I'll probably like put up a little picture from Study Bunny of how long I've worked for because I still use it. I still time how long I spend revising. Yeah, just very quickly, I've been working on these for most of the day. I haven't got round to doing the like timed questions yet, but this is taking really long and I haven't fully, I think that one, these two here need a bit more work and then I'll be done. And then I'll spend however long practicing 9 markers and some, maybe a 20 marker or 2. But yeah, I think at this point there's not really much you can do. There were people in my group chat who are asking what case studies there are for water and carbon. Yeah, good luck to them and good luck to me because I'm scared. Right, hello, I want to do this quickly before my dad and brother get back. But today was the first geography paper and you know what, I don't want to jinx myself, but it was pretty good, you know. I kind of skimmed through the questions first because I knew I was going to do all the 20 markers first. And you know, I actually smiled to myself because it was, oh, it's like, oh, this is really nice, this is really good. So I think the hazards and coasts 20 markers were quite nice. I looked at the 20 marker for hazards and saw hazard management cycle and I was like, oh god. And then the rest of the question was actually quite nice. The carbon 20 marker about mitigation against climate change in the Amazon or in the tropical rainforest, I was a bit like, initially, so I left it until after I'd done some other questions and came back to it and it was fine. Timing wise, I like kind of made sure that I kind of kept consistent, like I did the 20 markers within 25 minutes each and then tried to do things quite quickly but not waffling. I did accidentally, for one of the analyse questions, analyse the wrong bloody figure. Like I analysed the right figure and then instead of looking at figure 1b, I looked at figure 2 and analysed that one. And I realised halfway through it and I was like, oh god, so I came back to that one at the end. And I was also sat right next to my brother because he was in his GCSE maths exam. So yeah, we were in there with the entire of year 11, but they left after an hour and a half. I also had to finish a mock exam for paper 3 and I was sitting in the back of a classroom where like a GCSE chemistry revision session was going on, so I couldn't concentrate one bit. But it's only a mock, so it doesn't really matter. It's also, it's raining, so it's a bit of a mess, but I'll sort my hair out. But yeah, my first exam paper, and it's looking pretty hopeful, you know? So yeah, it's one day until we break up for the week off that we have, and then tomorrow is my last geography lesson ever, which is something that I haven't been thinking about. And it's come up very quickly because our second and final geography exam is the first day back after the holidays. And then done with geography. I'm currently doing 4 chemistry, and that's my periodic table, by the way. It's not really much I can say. I've been very tired recently. I looked at my report yesterday, so I didn't realise that they were out, and I'm predicted an A star for art. Yeah, there's really not a lot of time left to revise, so I need to be on it. I also have a Saturday session, like the Saturday within the holidays for chemistry, and then another one after that. I'm going to try and finish this practice paper now, and hopefully I do well. Alright, hello. So I've just gotten home from my last ever geography lesson. It's really weird to say that out loud, but it doesn't feel like it because nobody acknowledged that it was, and it was pretty much the same as any other lesson that we've had. But it's quite fun. It's quite fun. It's kind of creeping up on me now that
we're very close to the end. Me and one of my friends were discussing, and we realised that she's only got 2 weeks left. And after that, I'm not going to see it every week, which is crazy. I've got a bit longer because I think chemistry is the second last exam at my school, then further maths is after that. There's not really a lot I can say, to be honest. I mean, I don't feel any particular way about the exams yet. I mean, after the first geography one, it was very much adrenaline filled, and then it kind of set in afterwards that there was a lot more that I wish I'd have written, but I can't change that now. I've got the second paper to do better on, but doesn't mean I'm going to. Alright, I'm gonna make myself some food now and be productive this afternoon. Also, I did finish that practice paper yesterday, and I did okay. I thought it went really easy, and then I made a handful of really stupid mistakes. But that's normal for me. Alright, hello. So, it's the 1st of June, and 2 days until the geography exam, 2 days until I never have to do A-level geography again. And we've got a bit of a different setup this time. We've got my posters on the wall, and I know I said that I was going to do them kind of gradually throughout the week so that I didn't do them all in one. It didn't really go how I planned. I haven't really done that. I haven't started globalization at all, and then population environment, I've done some of it. And yeah, I've done Antarctica. That's all I've done for that. Basically, blurting anything I can remember, going back through using my notes, my flashcards, and Technica. Pretty much what I did for physical geography. Yeah, I was up earlier this morning because I had a Saturday session. It actually got me out of bed, which was good. We did organic chem. We did all the different reactions and synthesis maps and stuff. And I've also put all of my reaction flashcards on my wall. Because why not? I'm not quite sure why I decided to put them on my wall. How am I feeling 2 days before the exam? Not like kind of the stress of the day before, which is literally tomorrow, so it's not really that different, but I'm very excited to get it over and done with, because then in the context of after that, all I'm gonna have to focus on is chemistry. But then after I finish all my exams, it'll hit hard, because like I said, we had our last geography lesson already and it was weird. No more geography lessons, and I like geography. For the exam, I'm a bit scared. I really hope they ask us a nice 20 marker on Antarctica. That would be nice. So I like Antarctica as a case study. I'm going to finish these. Probably not today. I'm telling myself I'm going to finish them mostly today. Probably won't. I've got 3 that are completely not started, which is bad. And then that's the only one that's actually finished. And then practice questions. I know I said this last time and I barely gave myself enough chance to do them, but let's hope it turns out alright. I'm getting a bit tired of this. Still got until the 21st and then we'll be done. I'm actually looking forward to being done. I didn't think I'd see that. I didn't see that coming, me looking forward to being done, because I don't want to leave, but I don't want to be doing my exams. Oh, hello. I've just got back from my second geography exam and my final geography exam, and oh my god. Right, let's get the exam out of the way first. First of all, the exam, it wasn't as nice as the paper one, but that's fine. But it was okay. They didn't ask us about Antarctica specifically, which is what I wanted. But the 20 marker was about global commons, and I didn't even talk about Antarctica as a global common. I used the atmosphere instead, because it fit with the question better from what I could write about, I guess. Yeah, I mean, the exam was fine. I had to leave 10 minutes in because I couldn't cope, which is really mortifying and embarrassing, and I'm just going to kind of move past that really quickly. And then I read the time, I wasn't the only one, there were a couple of us who read the time wrong, because for some reason there was somebody else sitting in a geography exam from a different exam board, and they had 15 minutes less. So I read that we finished at 22 minutes past 11, but we didn't, we actually finished 15 minutes after that. So I had 3 minutes, thinking I had 3 minutes to rush a 6 marker, the change in places 6 marker, which was about flows of money into an area and how that impacts the character of place. Absolute waffle for that question. So I just rushed and wrote anything that I could think of to
pick up any kind of marks. And then the clock hit 22 and we didn't finish, and then I was really confused because I was looking at the board and I couldn't find like when we finished like 37 at all. I'm just a bit thick, but I wasn't the only one who did it. I've gone on about how much I don't like 9 markers, but there was a really nice 9 marker about like assess the view to which soil problems caused by agriculture are like differing in difficulty to manage. That's obviously not what it said, but it was along those lines. So yeah, that was the exam, and geography's over with. And then I spent bloody 10 years trying to find my teacher so he could sign me off. And he signed me off, and he told me that my coursework's, it's pretty good. It's like nearly full marks. And oh my god, the tears were worth it. It's pretty evident that I didn't enjoy doing my coursework. Not enjoy it, I can't lie. Yeah, I spent 6 hours doing it yesterday. I can't get infiltration data when the soil is saturated. It was fucking freezing because it just won't stop raining. I need it to stop raining. Finished my geography NEA. Thank god, I'm so happy it's over because I actually really hate this. So I fell over, then I never have to touch it again, and I can't wait for that day. But maybe it was worth it. And then I had to find my art teacher to talk about a mural that I'm going back to paint, and at least I know at least one other friend is coming back with me to paint it, which I'm relieved about, and she told me kind of when it's going to be. So I'm really looking forward to that. But yeah, today's just been like, other than like the very start of the exam, today's been pretty nice, But now geography's done with, which I can't quite grasp. My dog's been so fucking nosy, look at him. 2 subjects down, 1 to go, but that doesn't mean that I can kind of sit back and relax now because I've still got all my chemistry exams. But I've also got a week before my first one, so I've just got a week to do nothing but chemistry. Chemistry is my favourite subject to revise because it's the easiest to revise, practice questions, literally it. But that's a wrap on geography. That's mental, oh my god. Hopefully I've got one paper 1 that I haven't done. I think I've just got one. I'm going to do that this afternoon. And I've got loads of like old question papers that have been given to us for revision or homework that I haven't done, and I've separated them into what's paper 1, what's paper 2, and obviously paper 3 is a mixture of both. So I'm going to try and get through all of those before next Monday. But I've got a whole week to do that. I'm so relieved. But I'm also really nervous for my exams after that today. But I'm not going to think about it, otherwise it's going to make things worse. Alright, it's the day before the first chemistry exam. I am so not ready, oh my god. I went to a Saturday session yesterday and it was good, it was useful, and then I spent the rest of the day revising, and I'm still making really stupid mistakes on questions I shouldn't be making stupid mistakes on, so I'm a bit nervous. I've just had any paper or a bunch of questions that I've been given in the past just on my floor, so I can see them all and see what I need to prioritise. And enthalpy, oh my god, I hate enthalpy so much. It's so easy to mess up on. Like Born-Haber cycles is fine, but for some reason the normal enthalpy cycles that we did in year 12, I make more mistakes on them. It makes no sense, I'm really looking forward to paper 1 being over because I prefer paper 2, and I've already told myself that I'm going in to school on Tuesday morning to revise chemistry, and then I'm going to have a chemistry lesson in the afternoon, so that's going to be a whole day of chemistry, and then next week it's just paper 2, and then this week, whatever. I'm trying to not think about kind of before the exam and the very start of the exam. I'm just kind of thinking about content, really. I can't let myself think about that, otherwise I'm gonna panic or something, I don't know. I don't think I'm ever gonna feel ready for tomorrow. Hello, I just got back from doing chemistry paper 1, and oh my god, it was suspiciously easy. I don't think I've ever done a nicer paper 1. So I can't complain about that. The multiple choice was just so amazing, and there was like no question that I was like, oh, I don't like this question. There's like one question where I was like, I might have done this wrong. It was like a graph one, and then you had to use the graph to work out K for the rate equation. Other than that, it was like a really easy paper, and I finished at the same time as I had one 3-marker left when the year 11s finished their maths exam, which was an hour and a half. So I finished like 45 minutes before I needed to. So I went back through the paper and like basically redid every question to make sure I'd done it right. And yeah, it was amazing actually. I'm a bit concerned because does that mean that we're going to get an absolutely disgusting paper 2 now? I mean, it could. We'll see. We'll see next Tuesday. That's when the paper 2 is. Yeah, today's just been so nice, you know. I got in early. A few of my friends were in there to revise. Everyone was so stressed before the exam, and it wasn't even worth it, you know. It wasn't really bad. It was like also a full hall. It was like GCSE maths, A-level RS, and then A-level chemistry. So we were filled right towards the end. And then I left as soon as I finished because I have no lessons. And then the buses were really empty, so that was nice. But I felt my bottle leaking in my bag, and so my arse is wet because it's in my backpack. Yeah, I'm going in tomorrow morning to sit in the side of a year 12 classroom and revise organic, just so that, you know, I'm in school. I'm gonna do it there. Otherwise, I would just be waking up right before I leave and then leaving and not doing anything beforehand, because I have a lesson in the afternoon I have to be in anyway. Yeah, I also, last night I was like doing some practice questions, so I did all the enthalpy ones that I had on like printed out. I was like, I hate enthalpy so much, I can't do it. So I was gonna do some extra questions from my laptop, and then my laptop won't turn on. It was on, but it had gone off, and then I like moved my mouse to turn it on again, and like this, it was like, you could tell it was on, but it was a black screen, and that happens sometimes. I just have to kind of like press, like just spam the keyboard or whatever, and it comes on, and it wasn't coming on, so I'm a bit concerned. I'm gonna try that now. Yeah, I mean, I'm just waffling about stuff that doesn't matter. Paper 1 was good, it was amazing.
Hello, it's currently Thursday. I'm coming in to give a sort of mental update, I guess. I don't know. My next exam isn't until Tuesday, and it's currently Thursday, as I said. But this week has been like, Monday was amazing. I think I don't know if I said how much I enjoyed Monday, but Monday was good. Then Tuesday during the day I went into school in the morning and worked on the side of a year 12 classroom and did like 2 papers. And then our afternoon lesson was really good. And they put up our artwork in one of the rooms as kind of like an exhibition. It was just so that the moderators could come in and moderate it and make sure that they'd been marked properly. But it was also open for anyone else to go and have a look at, so it was quite nice to see our work up. And then I got home and it was fine. And then come like 9-10 p.m. and I think since then I've just kind of felt horrible. I don't really know. I think it's all kind of coming to me. It's hitting me that I have a week left and then I leave this place that I've spent the last 7 years of my life. And that is a lot to grasp. And I don't want to leave, you know. I haven't really heard anybody else talking about them saying that they're going to miss it. But I am. So yeah, Tuesday night was quite draining, I don't know. And then my brother had the day off on Wednesday, so I didn't get out of bed until like 12:30 because he was looking after my dog. I don't know. At this point I'm not even worried about my exams. I just don't want them to come because then I won't have to leave. And I think because I've enjoyed like Monday and Tuesday and like my chemistry lessons are really quite chilled and I really like them, it's making it worse because kind of the highest highs are always followed by the lowest lows, and like embarrassingly enough, like my chemistry lessons are like my highest highs at the moment. And then I just come home and I'm reminded that I'm basically done. I think I'm deep enough into the video to embarrass myself a little bit. Yeah, at some point I also need to write my teachers like thank you cards as well. So I mean at some point before next Friday. I also forgot to mention that as of Wednesday I've
had to say goodbye to like all of my closest friends. Like in my tutor, I have 3 friends. One of them got signed off like a month ago. One of them had her last exam on Wednesday, so I haven't seen her since like last Tuesday. And then another one I'm not that close to anymore, but she had her last exam on Tuesday, and yeah, I've been friends with her since like she was my like one of my first friends in year 7. So it was really weird to say goodbye to her. And then like I said like 2 of my like closest friends that left at school. One of them does chemistry with me, so that's good. The other one, her only lesson is maths now, and that is like on Mondays and Wednesdays when I'm not in. So I'm not going to see her until I go back to school to paint the mural. But you know, I'm not going to see her next week, really, I don't think. It's the 17th of June. It's actually the day before my exam, technically, which is a bit scary. I'm going to try and pull an all-nighter to just revise because I feel so unprepared. Yeah, I still haven't bought myself to take down my posters yet because I'm in denial that I'm leaving still, which is brilliant. You know, I've got less than a week left. I leave in 4 days. That's mental. What the hell? But yeah, in the last clip I filmed, excuse that clip by the way, it was so bad. I didn't mention a lot. I didn't mention that on Tuesday we're gonna have some kind of party thing in our chemistry lesson. So we'll have the exam and then I have a lesson in the afternoon. And our teacher said that she's gonna try and like, I don't know, order pizza or something, and people were trying to figure out how many pizzas we need to feed the entire class. I mean, it sounds chill, you know, it's like my second to last chemistry lesson ever. I also need to write my teacher's cards this week because I've made them cards and I still haven't written them. I really need to go to sleep. It's already 2 o'clock and I'm like, I'm not going to wake up early. I physically don't have enough time to revise. I need to stay up. Yeah, I didn't stay up. I was too tired. I went to bed at like 3 o'clock, which is just stupid. I don't know why I did that. But yeah, I've done a bit of work today. It's like 5 o'clock. Must it's like 6 o'clock now. Yeah, I did like exam papers and stuff, and then I walked to my mum's work with my dog. Then we went to my nan's, then we drove back, realised that neither me nor my mum had a key. So it was annoying, because it was like half an hour that we had to go, so it really wasn't like the end of the world, but it's still a bit annoying, you know, because I wanted to come back and revise and get as many things done as possible, because my exam is tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow I'm actually quite nervous for tomorrow. I just feel really unprepared, and there is no way that this exam can be any easier than the first one. It can't get easier than that. I'm kind of like thinking what I need to practice. I just kind of really hope that there's not much about chromatography. What else? Synthesis maps and like the kind of this is made from this in a 2-step synthesis. Hated them at first, but I feel like since I've gotten to memorise the reactions and stuff, I think I quite like questions like that. I don't know if I mentioned that we're supposed to be having I think I did mention, but we're supposed to be having a party tomorrow afternoon, like alternating eating food and revising, so I'm actually really looking forward to tomorrow afternoon. It's also my brother's last day tomorrow afternoon, so good for him. Alright, hello. Today I sat my second to last exam, chemistry paper 2. Yeah, it's like 7 o'clock. I would have updated when I got home, which was like just before 2, but I had a migraine and I just went to sleep. Luckily it started after the exam, so it didn't affect the exam, but also it did mean that kind of the hour that I had in school after the exam, because we got to leave early, we got to leave at 1, and we did have that like party thing that I was talking about, where we just had food and we played cards and just talked, which I didn't get to enjoy because I couldn't bloody see anything. But yeah, paper 2, it was also pretty good, pretty nice. There was just the final 6 marker that I was on for so long. Like, to be honest, when I got to the 6 marker at the end, like I went in order, I got to 6 marker with like an hour left, so I had plenty of time to waste on it, if you will. And I do OCR chemistry, and the NMR, the hydrogen NMR spectra had like a peak for a like CH single bond O, but we'd already figured out through like infrared spec that there was a C double bond O and then molecular formula only had one O. So everyone was like, they got the question wrong when we got out the exam, because it didn't say anything about like this peak would have usually been found at this. But yeah, other than that, I think the questions were really good. And yeah, when I went in the morning, my teacher was kind of just asking people questions to prepare us. And one of the questions that she asked was like turning a nitrile into a carboxylic acid, which came up on the exam. And so I'm very happy that she went through that, because it took me a while to remember what you needed to do that. But yeah, that just means that paper 3 is going to be really horrible. It means paper 3, so it's going to be horrible anyway. Yeah, I went to my tutor really quickly and he gave out cards. Like, he's been doing it as people got signed off, but he gave me mine today. And mine had a little turtle inside of it. Look how cute that is. It's so random, but it's so cute. It's 100% me. Yeah, once again, I finished really early again. I finished with probably like 45 minutes again, because I spent so long on that last question. And I went back through the paper twice or something to hopefully check if I'd done anything wrong. And it's good though, because I did actually realise a few things that I got wrong. Like, for one of the synthesis map questions, I wrote that you needed excess ammonia, but then that would cause a different product to be formed. And then there was also a really nice question where it gave like kind of where it gave a table of like kind of some groups that are attached to a benzene ring and where they cause substitution. And you had to draw all of the products of mono substitution, and I didn't realise that it said all of the products, and I did when I went back through. Yeah, I think I've got 3 paper 3s printed off that I'm going to work through today and tomorrow, and then look online for any ones that I haven't done or ones that I've done but not in a long time, and do those ones. And also practice kind of some question types that didn't come up on paper 1 or paper 2. For example, I think our teacher was saying that we could get like a 6 marker on kind of combining tests for transition metals and tests for like carbonates and sulfates, and also chromatography. She did one of the first things she asked was there a question on chromatography, and I said no, and she's like, okay, that'll probably come up. It's like, oh no, I don't like chromatography. There was a multiple choice question on it, and I didn't like that question. It was 1 mark, I didn't like it. Yeah. Right, hello, this is potentially the penultimate update, I guess. Yeah, my final exam is tomorrow. I did record something this morning. Don't know if I'm going to put it in because I didn't actually really say anything. Yeah, it's currently 9:30. I'm just working through the last paper 3 that I've got. And then I'm going to mark it, and then I've got some more kind of practice questions to do if I have any time to do them. I am so scared for tomorrow because normal paper 3s are horrible, and considering how nice they've been with our exams this year, surely they're going to make paper 3 even worse. Yeah, I had my last lesson today, and I kind of went traipsing around the school trying to find out my teachers to give them their cards. It was a good day, to be honest. So, I mean, I don't really know what I'm hoping for tomorrow. I think I do kind of want a question where you kind of have to, well, the ones I've given before, where it's like you have to identify A to F, and then they give you like a bunch of tests that they do, like tests for sulfate, tests for carbonate, and tests for different transition metals. I hope we get a question like that because I like those questions. I will finish this paper and see you tomorrow on my final day of 6th form. That's so strange. It's so hot, but I just got home from my final A-level exam ever, probably. I don't know how to feel, to be honest. Yeah, it's 3:30 and my exam finished at 10:30. But yeah, me and a bunch of the girls from my chemistry class went out to eat, and then we spent a few hours out. Yeah, the exam was actually, considering how disgusting paper 3s generally are, I think the paper was okay. Timing-wise, though, I barely answered every question. Like, I did, just about. There were some questions that I quite liked. Like, there was a
there was a question where you had to kind of describe how to make a standard solution and work out the mass of the whatever solid you'd have to use. I did a question exactly like that yesterday, so that was good. And then there was a disgusting question where you had to, we gave you like the molecular formula of a weird like molecule and said that it's got a Kekulé structure and you had to suggest the structure for it. It was so weird. But yeah, I know a lot of people didn't finish on time and a lot of people like missed questions out because they just didn't have time. Yeah, we got a really nice picture of my chemistry teacher after the exam as well. Yeah, I think because we went out, I'm glad that I went out with them actually, because otherwise I'd have just been sitting here thinking about the fact. Hello? Yeah, because I'd have just been sitting here thinking about the fact that I finished my A levels and I'm not a student anymore. But yeah, I know I absolutely need to throw myself into something tonight, so I'm not thinking about that because it's a Friday night. That's just murder for me. So yeah, I guess that's the end of this video. If you, for whatever reason, watched the whole thing, thank you. Yeah, I do appreciate it. And if you've been here skimming through, also thank you. It's my first kind of try at making YouTube videos after about 4 years, something like that. And yeah, I'm glad that I kept track of everything because now I'll be able to look back at this and remember how my A levels went, which I know not many people probably want to do, but I'm kind of gutted that I can't remember GCSEs that much. Yeah, thank you for watching. I hope it wasn't too boring, and yeah, I'm not an A-level student anymore. I will be in university in September. That's fucking mental.